Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, that juice. It is August the 13th, 2021, and today the topic is discernment. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. You guys know that tonight we have an episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show that's going to be airing. The guest tonight is going to be Mr. Cole Forrester of True Radical Love. It's a nonprofit, as I was telling you all yesterday, that seeks to end pornography one heart at a time. So I hope that you all tune into that episode tonight, hear what Mr. Cole Forrester has to say. And again, that's going to go live at 7 p.m. tonight on our Facebook and on our YouTube. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, on one hand, I'm like, I feel like I get, I don't know if I'm giving messages or I'm just having conversations, whatever this is called. But I was about to say, I guess I got a message full of pulp today, perhaps, depending on how you're gonna look at it. It might be some good old juice. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll get into that in a moment. And not to say I'm hesitant to give it, but it's interesting. I'll just say like that. It's interesting to, I guess, be the one to give this or my thoughts on this information at all. I mean, and obviously, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I guess you value my thoughts to a certain extent. So, yeah, it's just interesting. But we're gonna see what the Lord gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and uh, be long with the time or anything. I'm not hesitant to say it to be like, oh, to the extent of being like, no, I don't want to say whatever it is the Lord want me to say. Hey, I pray like I pray every day, and we're just gonna let the Lord say whatever He want to say through me, like I pray. But anywho, let me share real quick what happened yesterday. Long story short, a lot happened and a lot didn't happen. I mean, it was a regular day. Um, I guess some of the key things that happened. Well, one, I was um I'll get more to that. So let me just tell you guys one thing that happened that I guess was on a positive note. So I ended up talking with Mr. Leo yesterday. We ended up doing a discovery call. He called them transformation sessions or something like that. So he can get more feedback about like me, my habits, my eating habits, my working out habits, all those different things. And so yeah, every time I talk to Mr. Leo, I just, for me, it's like I call him like a well of knowledge. Like there's so much wisdom that I hear that comes from him in the short conversations that I've had with him thus far. And I mean, I think, I give, he gives me big bro vibes and, solid advice and, just the upright standing. And man, I can see that about him. I want to say from our first conversation or whatever the case is. And so, yeah, I mean, so, I hope you guys check out his website, and seek if it's something that you all need some assistance with in regards to, um, working out and finding ways to incorporate faith and fitness and bringing those two together, then yeah, I hope that you guys seek him out as a potential coach, or I believe he life coaches as well, but then he also of course is like a fitness instructor or whatever the case is. And so y'all know, we got the segment accountability, and I guess y'all going to see me and my journey working with him and everything like that. He has several programs on the website. He didn't ask me to do this. I'm just sharing this with you guys because, again, me just having a discovery call with him yesterday was enlightening. It was motivating, and it was I feel like it's going to be a good, a move in a good direction. I don't think I'm somebody that has to like lose a whole lot of weight or something like that, but I think it's good to just, kind of, it's so, it's good to tone up, or it's good to kind of just, make some better choices in regards to, you know, uh, what I eat, and, I guess working out and all those different things. And so, I feel like this process that I do with him, however long it ends up being, again, I feel like it's going to be something that's going to be good for me and my family, and everything like that. So I'm excited to see, where this is going to go and everything like that. But one of the things that was revealed to me is that apparently your girl is overworking. I've been overworking my body, and that's probably where these aches and stuff are coming from, and also perhaps some of the hesitancy to do the working out. It was just pretty much letting me know that my body needs, rest, or whatever the case is. Even so much so where he pretty much gave me the advice to just kind of cool off for a little bit. Maybe if I want to do some stretches or something like that, do some stretches, but for the most part, just kind of cool off on doing the workout portions, or doing what I was doing, and until we start up, with whatever program he's going to put together for me. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I mean, he already kind of challenged me, talking about some, I might invest in some weights, 5, 10, and 15 pounds. I was like, what? 15? Like, so we'll see what the Lord do. I'm gonna try to, go ahead and honor his request and whatnot. 5, 10, and 15 pounds. I mean, I think I can handle that. I don't think it's not anything I can't handle. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I guess it's just gonna help me get stronger, right? So, but anywho, so that's something that happened yesterday. But then on the sad note, y'all know I done took the red pill. I done been down the rabbit hole. I done seen a lot of little different things. So I did catch a glimpse of a disturbing video yesterday. That, I mean, hey friends, and the interesting thing is too, this morning I kind of got woken up with along these same lines. Y'all know my girl Allie, right? Y'all know my girl Allie. So basically, without getting into the dream, when I woke up this morning, I woke up at like 12:40 something. It might have been like 12:45. Which means I wasn't asleep that long, because I want to say I didn't go to bed till like 11 something, but or didn't go to sleep until like 11 something. So anyway, around 12 something, I woke up from a dream, and I was thinking about part of it was like about Allie's group, her Telegram group, and some things, I guess, like somebody was trying to call me out or something, and I'm like, what is this coming from, or whatever. That's what was going on in the dream. Not even meant to even go that deep into the dream at all, but basically, I woke up from that, right? And so I went to go check the group, because I'm like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, where did this even come from, Lord? And I didn't see anything, so I was like, okay. But then soon after that, I saw a post from Allie. Like, she had posted, basically saying that, they're good overall, but, they're stressed, and, all the different things, and, exposing the human trafficking and whatnot, and the highs and lows that they're going through personally in her life, her personal life and whatnot. Trying to handle this, basically trying to share her testimony, and the stress that it's causing, and all that type of stuff. And, I saw it at first, and then, I guess after praying, like I prayed for her, I just prayed in general and everything like that. And eventually I felt led to, just kind of comment under her post and whatnot. So I just pretty much gave, hopefully, some encouragement, to see that, at the end of the day, don't be weary in well doing, and that, obviously sharing her testimony has caused quite a movement. She definitely was one of the things to wake me up to, again, the evils and the things that are going on in this world, and everything like that. And so I mean, I guess that's a good kind of segue for me to tell you guys about that video I saw. Like, whether you guys believe Allie's testimony or not, right? You know, for me, you know, here's where I'm at. Now, obviously, before I came across her and her story, and you know, and her sharing, it's like I remember the things that I heard before, you know, before I heard what I would call an eyewitness testimony. Okay, so I mean, before I came across her, before she came into my life, right, with this whole, you know, social media situation and all this, before I knew anything about a girl named Allie, I always heard about missing kids, right? I always heard about human trafficking. Was like a phrase that I heard. I didn't know much about it, but I heard about that too. Um, and um, and I know it's unthinkable, right, that someone would do evil to children, right? But knowing, right, my own situation, and I know I'm not trying to sit here. Mine was not nowhere near as bad as what I'm hearing these kids going through, and honestly what I witnessed now at this point. You know what I mean? So my situation ain't nowhere near what these kids going through. But I just know what I'm saying is I know that adults will do unthinkable things to children. And this is before I knew anything about Allie, right? So for me, when I hear Allie's testimony, I'm not sitting here wondering like if it's true. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's confirmation to the things I already knew, right? And aside from that, I always heard about, right? I've always heard about Hollywood and the quote unquote casting couch, and you know, people being taken advantage of in that aspect. Now, no, I didn't know about the stuff I'm learning about now, but I always heard about that there was evil things going on in the music industry. You know, these are things that I heard about before I got an eyewitness testimony. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now I will say that, yeah, you know, when you hear about such things, then it's like you want to know if it's true, right? Is it true? And the only way to know is it's true or not, you see it, right? Is to either see something or hear or eyewitness testimony or something like that. Now, whether you guys think that human trafficking is true or not, I don't know. But all I'm going to say is that when you see statistics or when you see all these things about so many missing kids and all of this stuff, then I mean, you know, hey, I don't know what y'all could think that is, but sounds like human trafficking to me. Now, I don't know. I mean, yeah, everybody can do their own research and everything like that, but I mean, that's one thing. Two, the thing about these abused kids, like again, now, you know, unfortunately, I have seen some things. You know, I've shared one of and I told you that I described it in the previous juice about, you know, the child that was hanging from the ceiling by a rope by their neck. Like, I mean, come on, if that's not child abuse, I don't know what is. Like, regardless, if like, and again, these are the things. So here are the questions here, and I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest. No, I don't know where these videos came from. No, I don't know these individuals that are in it. No, I don't know any of that. But if for me, regardless, only like what are the scenarios? What are the scenarios that this could be? Okay. Either this could be a film, right? You know, because I'm okay if I'm watching a video, right? If I'm watching a video, that means somebody is physically doing something in front of this camera that I am now witnessing, right? Okay, so either it's a movie and like something that's being played out, a script, something not real, or it's actually happening. I feel like it's one or two. Or I'm not seeing what I'm seeing, which is, I mean, well, you know, I kind of got to scratch that out because I believe I see what I've seen. So it's either one, two. Either it's fake or it's real. And either way, for me, that first video I described to y'all about the child with the rope and all of that, whether it's fake or real, to me, it's still abuse. Because why would you fakely tie a child up by their neck and beat them naked like that for a movie or for a scene or what? Why would you do that? Even if it's something fake, how and why would you do that, right? And then and if it's real, I mean, obviously, you know, evils. Either way, it's evil, right? So what I saw yesterday was videos of an individual, and now all I know is it looked like a male hand. I don't know, because obviously the person didn't show their faces in it, but they're showing a infant baby, right? And they're taking their hand. I'm assuming a male hand, right? And punching the baby. And obviously to the point of, you know, your baby can be bleeding. I saw them, you know, I couldn't watch all of it, but I did see some. Now the questions are, where did this come from? Who is this baby? Who is this person punching the baby? Yes, those are questions, right? But regardless on if this was years ago that this happened, or this was a recent video, or whatever, what either way, it's abuse. Yeah, is my opinion, is my you know, that's my 2 cents on it. It's abuse regardless. So even if it's a fake staged video, it's still abuse to punch that baby. Now listen, I done told y'all something, like one of the other most horrific things that I've shared with on here that no, I have not seen, and no, I don't think I need to see it, nor do I want to see it. I think the descriptions of it is enough. That now 3 times now, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I've either seen a report or something about an individual that has had, like, basically raped or had sex with an infant, a baby. Now, I saw a news report about a guy, the father. I told y'all about that, right? You know, I want to say I've seen another report somewhere about somebody else that got caught doing something like that. And then I saw a video of a judge that was sentencing someone for that crime. Now, I don't know what y'all, I mean, listen. Now, all I'm saying is that, you know, regardless on if people feel like this whole talk about human trafficking and this whole talk about child abuse and all these different things is real or not, I mean, we gotta like wake up to the realities of what's going on. And I mean, I get it. I was there too. I was living my life not knowing, or I guess even thinking about none of this stuff. But you know, I mean, I'm just gonna be real. It's gonna be real hard for me to not think about this stuff now that I know this information. Let's put it like that. So, with that being said, discernment. Discernment. Because one of the things for me that I've been kind of struggling with is is seeing my fellow Christians and the response of some things from my fellow Christians or people that are saying they believers, like, you know, the things that we're aligning with, the things that we're allowing to the things that are clearly against the word of God, that we just brush it aside. We just look over. We just don't seem to be, I don't know if we're just not privy to it or we just keep trying to turn a blind eye. I don't know. I don't know where we are with that. Like I said, it's gonna be hard for me to turn a blind eye to this stuff. Now, I mean, not that I've seen and heard and whatnot, like heard eyewitness testimony, and the more you research, the more you see that people have been talking about this for years, trying to tell people about all this stuff for years. You know, so and yeah, we got to use our discernment, right? But once you see a video of a baby being punched, like I don't know. I mean, listen, regardless of who they are, if it was staged, none of that stuff don't matter to me. It's still abuse, whether it's staged or not. So, I mean, because what I saw was baby, and so, I mean, babies can't make no sexual advances, as far as I know. Babies can't, you know, defend themselves, you know, when they're being punched. So all I'm saying is, listen, like, people are out here doing evil, and I get it, you know, and I get like why people, when it comes to the word of God and how we're supposed to handle evil people that do evil things, like I get how that can be hard. And I know I've been talking about that over the past few days too. But regardless, we're gonna talk about discernment. So let me share with you guys some Bible verses here. Hebrews 5:14 says, "But solid food is for the mature, for those who have their powers of discernment, trained by constant practice to distinguish good from evil." I mean, friends, listen. You know, to me, good and from evil, I mean, you know, I mean, now, obviously, we're supposed to do that with everybody about everything and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it can go as deep as, you know, is it good or evil for a baby to be punched? Is that good or evil? Can you discern that? Like, can we say that that's bad? Can we say that that's evil? Or do we have to think about it? Like, I don't know where we're going here, but to you know, we can go from something like that to other things as well. I'll just put it like that right now, because I mean, so on one hand, that one of the things that I prayed this morning, I just was like, Lord, you know, why you got me seeing this stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is it that, you know, people that seem to have wisdom, right? To seem to have like so much, you know, I guess biblical knowledge and wisdom and whatnot, don't seem to be seeing what I'm seeing here, you know? And I'm like, well, you know, trying to actively understand why, even though I know what the Bible says about why, but still, like, I mean, because some things are just clearly evil, you know, to me. So it's like, how can we sit here and be debating about that? So, and I guess it goes down to this, like the verse was saying here, solid food is for the mature, for those who have their powers of discernment trained. Excuse me. Trained by constant practice to distinguish good from evil. That means we need to be constantly practicing this, y'all. Like I say, in all things, we need to be practicing this to know good from evil. You know, we need to train ourselves to make discernment. Speaking of, I did find a definition of discernment. I forgot to read it to you. Y'all can, I'll go ahead and read it since I brought it up. Okay, so it says discernment, ability to judge well. And then the second definition, which is interesting, talking about it literally says, according to Christianity, it is a perception in the absence of judgment with a view of obtaining spiritual guidance and understanding. Now, I mean, obviously the word tells us where we can go for wisdom, where we can go to, get more of this or whatever the case is. But yeah, like that first verse said, we got to be constantly practicing, constantly training to distinguish good from evil. And that's the thing, is like, we're so aligned or so divided by our personal thoughts or whatever the case is, where it's like we're not allowing God to show us, right? I mean, like, because there's going to be time we got to, from what I'm understanding, y'all, we got to be able to, or ready to, stand on what the words say, regardless of how we feel, regardless of what things look like. Speaking of, let me hear. Where is this? Is this the verse here? Let me go to that one here. John 7:24 says, "Do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment." I mean, it may not look right. You know what I mean? It may not look the way we think it's going to look or should look. But if it's a God thing, if it's good versus evil, regardless of what it looks like, then we got to be able to discern that, because we can be easily swayed by the wolves in sheep clothing, as the words say. Like, the Go Deeper section is going to have several verses, but if you don't look at nothing else, I hope and pray that you look at 2 Corinthians 11:13-15. Let that marinate in your hearts and minds today to go deeper. If you don't marinate on nothing else that's in that section, because again, we can be easily swayed by those individuals that are coming in this again, the sheep's clothing, as if they're operating in the light. But the thing is, like the words say, that verse at the end says, I believe it's verse 15, that says, like, basically that the truth will come to light, like what they actually are will be revealed, pretty much. I'm paraphrasing that. Y'all go read it for yourself to see exactly what it say. But we just got to be able to, like, we got to be, listen, man, like right now it's just too much going on for me, to be honest. Like, it's just too much to really, I mean, you got to at least be questioning something at this point with everything that done happened. Now, that's just me and my own opinion, but let me just tell y'all another verse here. Hebrews 4:12 says, "For the word of God is living and active, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the division of soul and of the spirit, of joints and of marrow, and discerning the thoughts and intentions of the heart." Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he knows, right? And his word is going to distinguish all that, and I think that's what we need to go by. And as we get more into the word, right, and build our faith and build our, and exercise and all those different things, then we'll be able to discern what we're seeing and hearing and whatnot. Let me just keep going here. 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, "For God is not a God of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints." There's another verse I came across. I didn't write it down this morning, but it was like, God is the same. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Regardless of people thinking that he's not the way, regardless of people feeling as if he could change or whatever. I don't know, but according to the Bible, he's the same. He's the truth in the life, and the word is not going to come back void. Yes, this season is very interesting. Man. And it's like, I don't know where we're going from here, honestly. And again, I don't know if you need, like, if you're someone that you need to see with your own eyes, right? If you're like that disciple that needed to put his finger in Jesus's wound to know, then you might need to go ahead and go deeper, friend. You might need to go ahead and get on DuckDuckGo and start the Googling or whatever the case is, and start to putting in some of these phrases and some of these things, or join this group, join this Telegram group I was telling y'all about with Allie, whatever the case is. Join the group and watch some of them videos and look at some of them stuff, and y'all tell me what's going on. Now, if it's fake, okay, but listen, when it comes to these babies that I'm seeing and these videos being abused, I ain't never seen no movie, right? And nor have I been part of no movie or nothing like that. No type of artistic work that is beating a child, punching them in the face to the point of bleeding and any of that other stuff. Now, y'all can y'all can believe that I'm lying or whatever the case is. If you want to see the video, by all means, I'll figure out a way to inbox it to you or something like that. If you got to see it for yourself, for you to understand and believe what I'm saying. Because it gets the same as Allie's testimony. At the end of the day, this girl could have been trying to just live her life, to be honest. You know what I mean? Just could have been trying to just stay under the radar, not talk about this no more, not think about what happened with her, or whatever the case is. For whatever reason, God done put on her heart and mind to share her testimony. And at the end of the day, her testimony has led her and her family to be like living on, I would hate to say the streets, but literally like in their car, running from whatever the case is. I don't know, maybe she'll share more about all of that. But regardless of all of that, her testimony has definitely made waves. It's definitely woke up a lot of folks and whatnot. So, prayerfully, she knows that at the end of the day, it's not in vain. And we all have to trust God regardless. Even after seeing those horrific things, whatever the case is, I still have to trust God that his will be done, that, what his word says is true. I have to, pray for those individuals. Obviously, pray for the victim that I saw, pray for those individuals that are doing the victimizing. And then also, praying that God's will is done. If those persons don't turn their ways around, then that what the words say will happen to those people. I have to pray all of that. But regardless, y'all, we gotta use our discernment in this season. Like I said, it's too much going on, and hey, listen, we all gotta, I think this is my thing too, and I think I'm gonna let y'all go today because obviously I just went in this morning telling y'all all this. But listen, here's where I'm at. Like, as long as we still have our rights and freedoms and can use our own minds, then that's just that we do that. Don't be led by the crowd, the media, or nothing. Go to God. That's what I would say to anybody at this point. Go to God, pray about it. And I know it sounds so simple, but I mean, we gotta do that. We gotta get straight to that basic interaction. God, I heard what Miracle said on this podcast. Now, I'm not, I don't feel like I'm not nobody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all this information, y'all can go and get on your own. But hey, if you're listening to the sound of my voice today, then perhaps you needed to hear all this crazy stuff that's going on. So what you could do from here, again, is pray that prayer. Lord, I heard what Miracle's talking about. I heard she talk about a baby being punched in a video. I saw the video that she shared about the other baby being strung up by the neck and whatnot. What's going on, Lord? I hear about all these things that are being changed in the laws. I hear about all these things that are being mandates and all these things going on. I see that some are living according to it and some are not. Lord, what's going on? I mean, because it's saying his word, we got to go to him for the wisdom anyway. So if you feel like, hey, I don't have wisdom in this area, I'm there's something I need to figure out, then go to him. Go to him and let him reveal it to you. Because it's all I've done. Obviously, and again, I feel like I'm not, like, I mean, that, I mean, hey, I would say this is what I would say about me, and I'm not sitting here trying to toot my own horn or nothing, but I think this is probably what's gonna, hopefully it'll help you somehow for me to share this. So basically, I would say the only thing about me is that for a long time I was looking for me. Spiritually, I was looking for me. I wanted to go deeper, right? I wanted to hear about what's going on in this season, in this time that I'm in, Lord. Like, I want to hear pastors that are telling about, relevant messages about what's happening right now and how that fits in my personal life, and then like what you want me to do. Like, I was actively seeking that, and so perhaps that's why, now, here I am, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just, I mean, like I said, it's just a bit, it's a bit shocking for me. What I hear, people that I definitely respect, but I would just say fellow believers, the debate that's going on between us right now about, this whole good and evil thing. Like, I mean, if nothing else, we should agree on that. Like, I get about, debating about, well, is it 3 or is it 1 or is it, okay. If you want to debate about stuff like that, or is it going to be a pre-trib rapture or after trib rapture? I mean, okay, but I mean, good and evil though, like, why are we debating about that? Why are we we don't know what's good and evil? We can't see that, so we gonna call good evil and evil good. I guess we are. I mean, hey, I know they say this, and y'all got to go deeper on it, but they say they got all kind of things out here that is basically brainwashing people. And honestly, I'm just gonna say it look and sound like that when I look around, And I'm not, hey, I'm glad to be used in this season, Lord, but at the same time, it's interesting. It is quite interesting. Not just like, hey, friends, we gotta use our discernment in this season, y'all. And hey, yeah, turn off the TV. Turn off the TV and ask God. And I believe He'll show you. He showed me. So that's the juice, y'all. The Bible verse of today is Proverbs 22:4. It says, oh goodness. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Listen, y'all, listen. Hey, well, your girl and I didn't know how long I was going to talk today. I wasn't planning. There was no necessary plan or whatever, but look, Lord, I mean, hey, I'm grateful. I'm thankful and grateful that my eyes are open in this season, that I'm able to see, I guess, and distinguish good and evil. It's like I said, it's refreshing to come across people that see and hear it too. So then I don't feel crazy, because that's the thing as well. Like, you feel crazy if you by yourself, and that's why we got fellowship and everything like that. That's a whole other thing too. But yeah, y'all, I mean, yeah, we need to be using discernment in this season. I do believe that many of us are deceived. Many of us are, whatever this stuff that's going on, whether y'all want to believe or not, that the media and all this stuff is programming us, or whatever the case is. Like, I mean, like I said, just pray about it. Pray about it. Because at the end of the day, for me, like I said, I don't have to see the baby being raped. The fact that, listen, it's not fun. I think I'm just, okay. So, okay, here I am. Here's where I'm at with it. I heard about two reports. I heard about two news reports before I saw the video of a man being sentenced for that crime. So I read two news reports about two different people, aside from that man that I saw. So that's two other individuals that's out there that was out there in the world that, you know, had sex with a baby. Okay. And then I saw a third individual being sentenced for the crime of having sex with the baby, and apparently the man filmed it or something too. So and the judge was passing the judgment on that individual. Now listen, do I need to see more of, you know, do I need to actually see that video that was made for me to believe that people is out here doing evil things to babies? No, I with the first two, you know, the first two articles, hearing about the first two articles was enough for me. Seeing a man's sentence is just confirmation to the first two articles. It's just like, I mean, goodness gracious, y'all. Like, what do we need to see? Like, do you need to see? Like, so you got to see Allie's rape video, right? To accept her testimony. You know, I don't know. I guess some of us do. Some of us do need to. But I'm just saying, hey, well, if you want to see the video of the baby being punched, then I'll see what I can do about, you know, getting you in the group or send. I don't know how I can send you the video, but ask for the video, and then you tell me what scenario makes any sense for a baby to be punched like that. Be punched, period. It's a baby, like infant. Not no toddler, not no. I'm talking about sitting in a little baby swing. What did that baby do to deserve to be punched? Tell me that. So I don't know, y'all. I mean, listen, look, all this laws and government stuff, that's something else. Like, y'all, I mean, hey, y'all can go deep on that on your own. For me, there's just too much inconsistencies there for me. So yeah, I'm questioning the whole thing, to be honest, you know. So, you know, hey, I don't know, y'all can, you know, take everything with a grain of salt, pray. If nothing else, pray. If nothing else, pray about everything that I've shared this morning. But anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. You know, we'll see where things go from here, y'all. With you know, I just pray God's will be done, and that we get into our word, and yeah, and let Him lead us and guide us, like I was talking about yesterday. Because we don't want to be deceived, y'all. Don't want to be living deceived. So, all right, y'all. Well, y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. To Lord's will. Bye.